Alright guys, so this is going to be my watch list for this week, and this video is going to explain it completely. So we're going to get straight into it. The first stock I'm going to be watching is Square, ticker SQ. So what I see here first, I see this big inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frame. We got the one shoulder right here, the head right here, then another shoulder right here. So basically what I'm seeing here is I want to see a breakout over 81.5, and after that it would be a big sign there because it hasn't crossed that level since the beginning of 2023, so almost 1 year. So it clears that, like we could see up to 85, then 90 once we hit that. Also, I've seen that there's also some decent call flow on that name, so something to look out for. I like the setup a lot. It's probably one of my favorite ones for this week. But yeah, very simple. Square, the first one. Next one is Amazon. Another one that looks like it's bull flagging here after the earnings move up, going sideways. Volume has dropped off a little bit. Holding the moving averages, looks like it's flagging here, and I think if it breaks above here, especially above 180, it can push up into 188 and then above that, new all-time highs. So a very good setup again on Amazon. I really like what I'm seeing here, but another one that's very simple. My entry right here would probably be above 178 or even above 180 would be my entry, and I'm looking for that big push up in the new all-time highs. But it also depends if the market shows strength or not. But if we see strength, I like this one a lot. Now the next one is RTX, Raytheon Corporation. So I'm on this on the weekly time frame. What I see on the weekly here is, if we adjust the volume and the chart, what I see here is this weekly bull flag above this support here at 89. We're bull flag on the week, and the 10-week simple moving average is caught up now. And I do think this can break out again, especially when you saw this last candle here, a little bit higher volume and a hammer. So we cleared this to the upside, and we can see a push up into 95, then above 95, 99, and above that 102. I think this is a good play in the summer. I think with June calls, this one could be a really good setup. But yeah, I would take further day options on this, or even shares, because it's a pretty slow mover. Yeah, that's set up on Raytheon. Next one is a hood. We covered this. I've covered this many times before. We caught this move right here off of this bull flag. We caught this for the breakout all the way up here for over 100% on June calls. And now we're looking for part two here. I entered right here a starter, and I added some more over here. So our trade's close to break even right now. I'm in a small profit, but the alert's in a little tiny loss, but I'm waiting. I think if crypto shows some strength too, this thing could go higher. I think it's a magnet that we're going to see about 19 on this stock. So I do like the volume here, flipping down to the hourly as well. I like this candle right here. We saw a little lower volume pullback. If I drag this down, we saw a slightly lower volume pullback. So I think we want to see a push up into 19. That's my target for this trade. So another one there on hood. Then the next one is going to be Apple. This is a stock that I'm just looking for day trades on. If you go on the 15-minute time frame, I was able to catch this trade right here just on Friday. I caught off of this little bull flag right here after the move up above this supply, it turned to a demand. Basically what I did is I caught off of this candle's hammer off of the demand. I entered calls, and we scaled out right here at the new high of day. So a pretty simple trade there. I'm just going to look for day trade the stock. Not going to take any swings on it. Just going to day trade it here and there on this. Now the next one I see is Uber. So yeah, on Uber, I've tried to enter this a couple times, but I've gotten faked out kinda. I still made money on those trades, but they weren't big winners. So obviously after the move up, we're just going sideways now. MAs have caught up now, just going sideways, just waiting for this to crack 81 to 82. Once it cracks that, we could see a big push up in a new all-time highs. But until then, just gonna keep going sideways, what I'm seeing. Unless it breaks down, I would say this setup gets invalidated if it breaks below the 20-day moving average now, but as long as we're above the 20, the setup is still valid. I'm just waiting for that push above 81, 82 to get a nice move up. Another one very simple. Now the next one here is Dell. Dell had that big move up on earnings, and now just going sideways a little bit, pull back a little bit after, but still holding this earnings gap. As long as this is above 115, I think the setup is still valid. But yeah, this is downward trend line. If we clear this downward trend line, I'm going to look for longs. And then upside targets are possibly 130, and then above 130, newer highs. So, but setup's a little bit confusing here because the MAs haven't caught up yet, so might want to wait for that, but it really depends. If this clears the trend line, I'll watch for longs. Now, next one is FANG, Diamondback Energy. Another one looks like it's flagging. It's riding the 10-day moving average now, and if this clears 184, could see a new push up in all-time highs, but very simple. Want to see a clear of this line with higher volume, as we see the volume has been dropping since then. So if we get high volume, I would like to enter this, but it really does depend again. Now the next one is NXT. There's another one similar Diamondback. I just want to see it clear this level. This is one of all-time highs as well. It clears 61. We could see another push up. Yeah, we clear 61, new all-time highs basically. So this is a play I'll take with shares because the option chain is not very good. So I'll stick to shares on this name. But yeah, another one very simple. Waiting for that break, the volume to come in. Once that comes in, I can look for an entry. Now the next stock is SCDG, Solar Edge Technologies. We have this downward trend line. If we clear this downward trend line, I would look for longs. This is a stock that's fallen a lot, so we'll see. We'll really see. Back at an important level. But yeah, conditional entry. Only if it clears this trend line, we'll look for an entry. Besides that, just going to watch. This is the one I may not take. I'm just watching it, but it's on the watch list just for that sense. Because we've had a nice move up with Solar as of late. Now, next one is ticker PPC. High volume move up, now flagging in between these two levels, and if it clears this, could see a little push back up into 33, and then above that possibly 37, maybe even 38, 39. But I don't even know if I'll take this trade. This is a very slow mover and also a very low volume stock too. So this is one I probably won't enter, but if I do, I'll take a share position and just leave it. But it's, yeah, very low volume. Average volume of 753K in a day. Very low, so most likely won't enter this, but just have it on the list. Now, next one is PEGA. Another one with very low volume, so may not even enter it, but if it can clear above 70, can see move up. Its name's falling a lot, so another one I don't know if I'd enter because the volume is very low, but just have it on the list just in case. Now, the next one is something I'm really looking at closely. Shopify. This is something I'm looking at for a short trade, though. I had it on my watch list last week, but did not enter. But now we got this daily gravestone doji and a rejection of the 20-day moving average. So this could be a really good short play, I think, down to 71, especially if the market starts to show some weakness. We could definitely see this as a good play. And also looks like it's a rounding, just top. It feels like a topping pattern here. We had this move up, the false break up, now slowly dropping, and then I think this could push back down to here. And then below this, we could see even more downside down to possibly 67. But yeah, this is my top short play here. Also, the volume starting to pick up now. I think the move down comes very soon. Now, the last one on the list is AMD. I could have covered NVIDIA too, but I'm not going to trade NVIDIA. So basically just looking at AMD instead. Very overextended from the 10-day moving average. I think after this blow off top, it could pull back down to the 10 very soon. So like around 196. And there's some gaps to fill too. There's a gap basically about right here. So could see that get filled, but not much. I don't know if I'll trade AMD or not. If I see it, I'll see it. I'll trade it. But yeah, the top ones I'm going to be watching, Square is number one. Square, Amazon, Raytheon, Hood, Uber are my top ones. I'm going to put them in order here. Square, Amazon, Uber, Raytheon, Hood I'm already in, and then Apple for day trades. But these ones are all not 100% sure. And Shop's definitely higher just because it's for a short though. But yeah, that's pretty much the watches for this week. Obviously, it might change throughout the week. I may add more stuff in there if I start to see things that I like. But if I don't find anything that I like, this is pretty much the whole watch list for right now. Also, before we end this video, make sure check out my Twitter. I post trade recaps here. I post alerts and I post a lot on here, 1.5k posts. So check that out. Check out my main Instagram account right here, Ashwin Sulia, and check out my other account where I post trading stuff on, Ashwin Trades. Also, check out the Discord server, Next Era Trading. We just launched this last week, so free to join. Go ahead, join it. I'm posting a lot of stuff on here. Watch list, alerts. We got trading chat and everything. So make sure to tune into this. I'll put links in the description for all of these. Yeah, basically ends this video off.